everyone, it's Nico and welcome back to the channel. If you're into Gunpla custom builds, tutorials, or in-depth reviews, you're in the right place. This video is supported by all of these awesome brands that help keep the channel going. Big thanks to all of them for their continued support. And a special thanks to spraygunner.com. They've got everything you need for airbrushing, from top-of-the-line airbrushes to high-quality paint brands.
So why yellow primer? That's the question, right? Most Gunpla builders grab gray, black, or even white primer without thinking twice. But yellow is one of the most underrated tools you can add to your painting process. In this video, I'll show you why I use yellow primer on Gunpla and why you should consider it too. Here's the deal. Yellow primer isn't just about the color, it's about what it does underneath your paint. Yellow is a warm, bright base, and that warmth comes through your layers of paint. It makes reds, oranges, and even gold pop in a way that gray or black just can't. Think of it like putting a flashlight behind stained glass. Your paint takes on more life and vibrancy. Instead of looking flat or muted, colors come out richer, cleaner, and more eye-catching. And the bonus? Yellow primer is great at showing you surface flaws. Just like gray or white primer, it highlights sanding scratches, seam lines, or putty work. But because it's a brighter tone, it pushes you to get your prep work really clean before painting. So when should you actually reach for yellow primer? I use it whenever I'm painting warm colors. Yellow, red, pink, orange, anything in that family. These colors are notorious for being a pain to paint, especially over darker primers. They take a ton of coats and even then, they can look dull or uneven. Yellow primer solves that. It gives you a bright, warm foundation so those tricky paints cover faster and look more vibrant with fewer layers. Now, some builders reach for pink primer for the same reason. And honestly, they both work. Pink primer and yellow primer serve the same purpose. They boost warm tones and make them pop. It really just comes down to what's easier for you to get or what you prefer working with. Now let's compare yellow primer to the usual suspects, gray, white, and black. White primer isn't very common in Gunpla because its coverage isn't that great. It's harder to work with and can make your paints look uneven if you're not careful. That's why most builders stick with gray or black. Gray is the go-to because it's neutral and it works for almost everything. But here's the problem. Gray will mute or dull down warm colors. If you've ever painted red over gray and wondered why it looks a little flat, that's why. And black primer? Forget it. It's great if you want darker tones or if you're painting metallics. But for yellows, oranges, and reds, it's the absolute worst. You'll be there all day trying to build up coverage. That's where yellow primer comes in. It avoids all those problems and lets warm colors shine the way they're supposed to. So what's the payoff? When you use yellow primer, your warm colors come out brighter, cleaner, and way closer to what you imagined when you picked that paint. Reds look bold instead of muddy. Oranges don't need 5 layers to cover. And yellows, which are usually the toughest color to paint, finally look smooth and vibrant without the struggle. It also saves you time and paint. You'll notice you don't need as many coats, which means less chance of obscuring panel lines or details. The end result is a finish that feels intentional. Your colors look like they belong on the model instead of fighting with the base underneath. And that's why I use yellow primer on Gunpla. And why you should too. It's simple, it's effective, and it makes painting warm colors so much easier. If you've been struggling with reds or yellows, give yellow primer a shot and see the difference for yourself.
Before I end this video, I just want to give a huge thanks again to spraygunner.com. They've been a huge support in helping me bring you guys more content. Oh, and I have an affiliate link with Spray Gunner down below. If you're planning to buy paints, tools, or airbrush gear, feel free to use that link. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye!